Hello, everybody, and welcome to V for Vets channel. My brother KY, of course, will be here momentarily. I welcome everybody that is now in here. I don't see everybody in here. I see people saying hi to people that I don't see. So, hi, VA Issues. And, of course, a shout out to our number one mod, Bell Admin. My brother KY is now on the panel. Hey, you doing, KY?
Hey.
Ask Graham, thank you for coming in, as always. Oh, look at that. Wonderful photo.
See what I have to put up with?
I know, look at that. That's ridiculous.
Looks like Josh is trying to give him a kiss, if I didn't know better.
Of course, that's not Photoshop. That is...
That's for real. Yeah,
that's for real. That's him trying to give Brian some tongue in the ear.
Yeah, he's not Photoshop, but he was talking to him, telling him something. And there was a lot of noise in background during that video, so that's what that was. But yeah,
how funny. So how you
VA issues in prepping? I just saw Rights for Vets over on DJ's Ladies Night. He was talking about his experiences over there.
Yes, I just actually came from there.
Oh, okay.
Totally lost track of time. I was like, oh, I got 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was playing my game and I said, oh shit, it's 3 minutes too. I better quit and get over here.
Move.
In the future, I'll set my phone so that at 10:02 it goes off. Oh, bananas, you know.
Yeah.
Time to go. Elmungus.
Good to have you.
Usual.
Give a special shout out to Bell. We've had some exciting things go on today.
Yeah, some advances.
Yes, we are going to
news about what you call it. Actually, it's StreamYard, isn't it? Because StreamYard is the one that lets us.
Yes, it's but I think it was actually though, it's from YouTube. It's YouTube because YouTube now changed the policies on what your requirements are
live
for streaming, not actually with streaming rather than like just going on panels. And that was now all you need is 50 subs. That's it. You don't need to watch hours. You don't need to get all the way up to the level of monetizing your channel. You just need 50.
Monetization.
Yeah, if you monetize your station, though, you've reached
you make money, but,
right?
Yeah, but we're not about that. We're not about
no, not right. Yeah, because it's the problem with monetizing the station for, in my opinion, for a fundraising station is the money would all go straight into the bank, the private bank account of the owner. Now, because that's how they would pay you. And then it would go through all these taxes and everything else. And it's too much. There's no real trend. Yeah, exactly. We prefer to get any donations straight into things like the PayPal, which
for our channel is totally transparent.
Exactly.
That's everyone.
Exactly. You can go see. Well, you can see what was donated and you
the
can
total
see
amount.
Total amount, right.
And by who, unless they're anonymous.
Right. Now, and of course, at that point, anything else, like if you want how much is still in the account and stuff, we're working on that. We can produce all that, though. That's through our receipts. And we show every last one of those receipts and stuff on every last one of the shows we go out. Like we
don't show them all, but if you ask for one, we will produce it for you.
Well, I
don't think we've shown every last receipt on every show.
No, I have. But ISIS filmed every one. I held at the beginning of the show. I always was giving the shout out to all the people that and we would show the receipts as we came out of the restaurants where we bought it.
There's a lot of times that we couldn't see that part.
Right. And some of it but bottom line is we can produce it either way.
Right.
Which is what we want to keep. Because
if they want money from me on the account, they better show a receipt for the last money they spent. They aren't getting any more.
Right.
And I tell them that you want more money, you better have receipts for the last money you spent.
Right. It keeps it protected. It keeps it transparent. It keeps it legal. Because when we do get our LLCs, that is some of the procedures you must follow because you can be audited at any time because you're a charity fundraiser, which
Right
we have
down
no
to those
problems.
dancing girls you and Bart rented back in L.A. last week.
Right. That's gonna be a little hard to explain, but they
You
passed
have the
out food.
receipt. That's the important part. I don't know what you would do with dancing girls with your bad leg, but okay. But yeah, that was a good contact we made today with Polyatis.
Yeah, that Polyatis is gonna be. You guys are all gonna get to meet him. He is a veteran who's a First Amendment activist, but we were hoping to incorporate him into our VA issues with
Rights for Vets,
rights for vets.
Jim Busby,
Jim Busby,
Michelle Bruce.
Michelle Bruce, who is also VA issues and prepping,
Yep.
and then of
This
course
KY guy.
I know this some jelly guy, but the bottom line, no. Yeah, the bottom line is that would be great because that's something that Rights for Vets wants. We are incorporating them into our channel, so you know we work together and it's gonna be great. So we're gonna get some interviews from him, and then hopefully, like I said, Rights for Vets. You need to go to his channel and like, share, and subscribe.
The way I understand it, this Paul is up in Oregon.
Yeah, that's what I think you said.
There is a veteran up there that is homeless and needing help named, let's see, I'm putting PayPal here. Jacob Linden. So maybe he could try and contact him and see what's going on.
Yeah, he did mention the fact that while he was more leaning toward the 1A stuff, fighting for the rights and almost like a Rogue Nation, he was very, very interested in getting involved with the feeding of the homeless vets and stuff. And that is why James Richards brought him to us, which a big
shout
out.
That his interest meshed with ours.
Yes. Right. Big shout out to James Richards, who's helped us out quite a bit.
Thank you very much for that, James.
He is going to look into his buddy doing the paperwork for us. Because he's done, as he said, if we were, because he was happy to hear we were still going. I told him what was going on with us and why it's still in ups, because he wanted to write it off, and he could if it was an LLC. So he has someone that's doing it for him, so he may be reaching out to us with him to help us get our paperwork, KY. So I found someone else, just in case me and you didn't want to try to finish it ourselves. Just saying.
Okay.
Because I was like, whoa. Thank you, James. Really serious shout out for that. Any help to getting that paperwork filed and getting us legit is just amazing. That's like I said, that's been a goal of hell from when I started this with Graham. And like I said, then we got exciting things coming up, all of which have been placed on because of my health, not having a car and stuff like that. But now we're pushing through that and finally getting it to it. So now we were running our show every day with little as no content just to get the watch hours. But again, we still need if we want to get, to the point where we become monetized, that's fine. But right now we don't need it. Now we just need to get out.
So, yeah, we don't care about the monetization.
Yeah,
there's a way to direct that. But see, if they give us a check and it goes into
mine,
account, we can turn around, show that check, a picture of that check, and that deposit going into the fund. So,
well, one of the things
whatever we do with it,
I thought, isn't it possible to, instead of the funds going into my bank account, they could transfer any money.
No, we didn't have to go to your account. A account. They want to know what account. We could get a business account, and it'll go
Right,
to
that's
the
what I was gonna say, and then they could
business
go business
account.
account.
Yes,
That'll work.
yes,
That'll
yes.
work. That will work. That will work because second, I don't want that income all coming through my channel. I
No,
mean,
no,
through my
no,
videos.
no. Your channel through your account because
To my account.
what if you were to get more than $600
I'm
in a month?
saying I don't. That's why I don't want that.
You can
That's
get cut off on your disability because of it. Yes,
exactly. So no, so that would work. A business account would be just perfect, and that business account's tied right in with the.
and I'm in the same boat. You know,
I know we need to make sure though that everyone can see and find as less fees as possible. The fees, I don't want money being just sucked up, to a bunch
I
of
will
god.
talk. I will talk to Chase and USAA. I have and Pentagon Federal. They all offer business accounts.
Yeah,
So
check with Chase, bro, because I'm in Chase too. That would just make it easier. And
and
then,
so is Bart. So that see
yeah, so we
that would
got
work.
three, and then of course now
And
Bill.
they're only like 6 blocks from me, so they're practically walking distance
Oh shit.
for a normal person.
And yeah, I know, and I'd say we'd asked Bell, but he's Canadian, so
Yeah.
yeah, so it's all right. Oh shit. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. That's one thing I was really excited about after talking to him on the day on the phone because also I got calls from I got a call from Rodney, but I text Evan.
Oh,
Evan,
okay.
Evan's. I want me, you, and
Number
Evan to
two.
pause.
Yeah. No,
That's
that
what
was
I
the
was.
number two guy. Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna send you his digits. I called Rodney VA guy one, Evan VA guy two. Oh wow, you're right down the street, eh? So yeah, that'll work perfect for him. Chase on us is a little drive, but since it really doesn't matter, it could be 10 feet, and I couldn't make it anyway. So
And we need to track down Jeep and
yes,
his son.
and his son,
So
right?
I wonder if Ice has his number or Margaret.
Oh, that's a good.
How did we get in contact with, or did he
Well,
contact us last time?
actually, what I would do if I do have his number, Al SoCal. According
Uh,
to when the last time I talked to Jeep, he was taking a 6 pack over to Al. He says, "Oh yeah, I always hang out with him at night." So Al is one of the people he talks to on the phone every day.
oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I have L's number too. But if you want to, you're out there. Go ahead.
Oh no, no, you someone else called. I was just gonna say go through Al SoCal, and I know I have his number.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Ask L. Say you lost track of it, and you're trying to get a hold of him.
well, his number just goes. I can text him all night.
Oh, okay.
But I thought, do you have his number?
Let me L. Let me look.
Not
Oh,
L, but
not Jeep.
um, yeah, Jeep.
I don't have Jeep. No.
Okay, I do. I'll give you that. Evan. Darn it.
Actually, I have nothing on L SoCal.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Well, same thing I did on Messenger. Shouldn't talk about it, but all right. So
I have his address.
let me get this straight. You have his address, but you don't have his phone number. I have his phone number, his text, his social security number.
Because
That's all it. And
when
you
he
have his
got
home number.
when he got robbed and beaten and they stole all his camera equipment, I bought him a camera, his new camera,
Awesome.
because that's what I do.
That's what you do.
So that's the camera he's using now, and
Yeah, it's a little worrisome though, because a lot of people that talk to Jeep are, you know, Righteous Media on a daily basis, or have not heard from him in what, going on 9 days, 8
Yeah, and
days.
that's a long time to go be incognito and out of contact. It is like that missing woman. That is Abby Normal.
Yeah, I would say let's have a panel on it. But then we get attacked.
Probably. Probably.
Oh, sweet. He did go live. Thank you, Graham. Hi, Lee. Welcome in, brother. Nice to have you in. We were through a show just to give a quick update. Um, my personal health has been really bad lately, so it's hard right now. KY has been going through an emotional time, so, but we still wanted to have a show. You know, we still wanted to come out and say hi and give people the update on the good things that are actually going on, which there are a lot of good things going on. Now, Evan did say that the food training thing is good, and they're trying to get other things going that would help all these vets that are in these camps to be able to try to get jobs. And then what they're doing is they're not just walking away. KY, they want to stay as like a part of a network. So even if one of them gets a job and gets an apartment, then they will like donate to like say these storage units so they can put stuff in there. Though they stay in touch so they can help. This is a great idea. This is what we were wanting to do, and now they want to do it. So in effect, anyone, they'll put the resources together. This is what we're trying to get done, and I want to document this. They're going to help each other one at a time to get it, and then that person will help them, and they'll just keep doing it over and over again until they solve the problems they're having, which I think is quite amazing. Now, you know, it would be better, KY, if they just simply built a tiny village. Rip down
tiny
some
houses. With tiny houses.
Right. I don't understand. I mean, seriously, do they think they wouldn't like a small little dwelling place? I would. Rather than be homeless, a single. I mean, look at the one Silver has. I could live in that. Hell yeah. I love that thing. We need to start looking like that anyway. Hey, American Amy. How you doing? Hey, we were actually interested in doing a show on your channel when you're available. I believe
When,
you
it,
have.
when it's available.
Yeah, when. Well, I mean, when. All right, we want to have a panel on top of your head. Yeah. Yeah, it's time to. So that's it. And like I said, these little encampments kind of scary if you think about it. Like the farm thing, I don't know. What do you guys think about that idea? I think it was good at first, but do you remember what used to happen back in the 50s and 60s?
Oh yeah, basically slave labor of
right.
The people coming across the border, and then
yeah, they would give
them to perform all their labor for next to nothing.
Oh yeah, and they sold them. The rent to stay in the little place they were staying, the rent to pay for their utensils to eat the food, the money for the food they ended up owing. Now, the idea of this,
does that sound like the coal mines of
yes,
the southeast there in the Tennessee and the Carolinas, the Virginia, you know, so, coal miner's daughter and oh my soul to the company store, you know, and the songs like that, you know, yeah, that all brings all that back again, the same thing over and over.
So the fear is that if this program takes off that he's trying to do, they will simply take the homeless vets off the street, train them, but make them into indentured slaves,
basically.
And they'll be working for their food and a place to live. Fair enough, but still, I mean,
they'll never get ahead.
They'll never get ahead. They'll never get anywhere, and all they'll do is make these people money. So I don't know. Do I think it's better than them living on the street? Yes. I just think that they should still not be. They should
Taking
make money, right? Take it in.
advantage of.
Thank you.
There it
They're
is.
still vets. There's no sense in taking them out of one bad condition and throwing them in the other. But that's all yet to be seen. But it is still a great thing that this guy Rodney has done. He is training them. He got a piece of land that he's able to have them learn how to plant stuff, and then the next part is he's working out deals with the farms. So, but that's the way that's going at the moment. All right, it's Michelle. She must have heard us talking about her, KY.
Ears must have been ringing.
Pepperoni. I don't see him. This is weird. People be saying hi to like pepperoni.
I don't see anyone saying hi to pepperoni on mine. I just see where American Amy just sounds like a poorhouse pepperoni. I see her saying hi, but I don't see any. For some reason, mine runs about 8 or 10 seconds behind yours. Maybe because the distance.
There it is. There's
the
pepperoni.
Internet travels, you know.
I think he was here earlier. I just think I forgot he was in here.
He's easy to forget.
Oh.
What's up,
10-17, yeah. So.
What's up, buddy, KY?
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle, you're in a bubble again.
You're in that bubble, Michelle. You did whatever you. Oh, you've been. You're not.
I didn't bring my other phone, so okay.
I guess. Oh well, you'll be in a bubble. So what? We don't need you to be. You're in a bubble.
You're kind of bubbly, you know.
Yeah, you bubble boy.
Well, I'm not no bubble boy. You are.
Oh, here we go.
Let's not bubble this out of control.
Who's bubble legs, not bubble.
Exactly.
I was thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Oh. My mind went down in the gutter.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, exactly. So it's good to have you on. We found another person possibly to join the little group we're getting together of Rights for Vets, you and then
Jim Busby
and stuff to work on the VA issues and stuff. So that's gonna be really
VA issues. That's right.
VA issues, exactly. And what, if any, remedies have been found, and what, if anything, we can do to change that stuff. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, KY knows. KY knows that what I was saying last night. Is kind of what to expect with the VA, especially dealing with the VA, because CFR needs to be changed and be more veteran friendly, because that's how they govern, that's how they adjudicate our claims and everything. And right now, it's more geared toward the VA itself as a government agency than the vets themselves. So, and they, like I said last night, they cut down that paragraph from over half a page down to like almost not even two or three sentences for giving the vet the right. If it goes, there's no evidence going one way or the other. They have to presume that the vet is right and go ahead and grant it and grant their adjudication and their claims, and they don't do that. And a lot of these people, especially here in Atlanta, they are civilians. They've never been in the military. They've never been in combat, and that's the problem.
No understanding.
Huh?
No understanding.
Right.
Because they have lacked the experiences that the veterans have had.
Right. And how could they adjudicate our medical conditions or our claims when they never even had the experience themselves?
Hi, D. Johns. Welcome in. Take care, Amy.
Take care, Amy. Hey, D. John, sweetie. But and that's how it is. And they say they hire vets. They hire less vets. They really hire people outside the VA more than they hire the vets. So that's a bunch of bull here, especially in Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta VA. And they're just real nasty here. We got more whistleblowers here than you could think in the VA here, even in the RO or over in the hospital itself. So, and even the military, even the VA police department. So, like I said last night, it's just a lot of when you get into the VA issues, it's just like prepping. You have a lot of tentacles going in every different direction, and I mean, there's so many things you got to tackle, but sometimes they'll end up being connected in some way or fashion, and you can't help without hitting on one and not hit on the other subject. So,
Well, part of that problem is you have the U.S. Army Reserve Command right there outside of Atlanta, and people move from there to the VA and vice versa. And some of those people, like you said, haven't had any military experience whatsoever, or only National Guard or only reserve experience, and it's not the same.
right, totally opposite, and it's just some really don't even have military experience period at all either. They are right off the damn street, people right off the street.
Exactly.
So, uh, so there's a lot of issues. Like I said, there's a lot of things that deal with VA issues, and and the CFR is the number one thing that needs to be changed
Yep.
because ever since World War II or World War One, they've been hitting every vet from there on forward, past and present, over the head with that CFR, and it's never been updated. It's outdated. It's outdated CFR that needs to be changed and be more veteran friendly and not geared more to the VA, their rights, and how to screw us out of our money, out of our claims. Plain and simple. I'll just go ahead and be real frank and honest about it.
Like, for instance, when you out process, they go through your medical records to see what all claims you might have.
Right.
And you stand in front of the two doctors, and at least I did, and they said, "What are your medical problems?" And you're hurting. You might be on pain meds because you hurt, and you might forget an issue.
That's
But
correct.
if you don't ask about it, they won't bring it up.
They won't, and they'll deny you.
And then they'll deny you. Well, you should have asked for it when you out processed. Well, I'm sorry, I was already hurting because of my back or my knees or my arm is missing or my leg is shot off or whatever it is. When you're out, you may not remember that. Hey, I had fungus on my toes. Or, I cut my finger, or I've got tinnitus in my left hand. You may forget those little things. And
or
if you
bad
don't,
teeth or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
and if you don't bring up all those issues right then and there, then well, you didn't bring it up when you out processed, so it's not service connected. Then you got to fight to prove. Then you've got to fight to prove it was. Yep.
And another thing is, if you go to jump school and you're in the army and you're a paratrooper or whatever, your needs are going to be. Some sailors the same way out at sea. If you're in a hurricane, because the deck used to be in one place and then it's 25 feet below, and then it comes back up, and you're falling down to meet the deck, and it's basically the same thing. You wear out your knees, or you get a lot of injuries on your knees, and the VA is like, well, there's no. We did an X-ray, and there's no bone fragments, and don't look like nothing
Exactly.
hurt.
My
And then
buddy was in the 82nd Airborne, Scott Underwood, and he served active duty with me up in Wisconsin, and it took him 13 years of fighting to prove that his injuries were service connected.
right.
They kept arguing with him. He said, my legs were fine when I first joined. He said, I could run like the wind. He was like 6'4", 6'5", he's tall. He said, I could run like the wind. He said, I can hardly walk. So you're telling me it's just my imagination? It's not service connected?
Yeah. So
You know?
when I got out of the military, they told me that I didn't have no benefits. And then I fought for them, and I started laying the groundwork for the paperwork and all that, the paper trail and all that. And then kept on fighting until 2000. think it was 14 or 15. That's when I got all my benefits. And I've been out almost 30 years. I think it was 1982 is when I got out, I believe, somewhere around there. So they, excuse me on my math if I'm a little off, but on that, but and I
A
had a
couple of
fight
years.
over
No one's gonna
another,
argue. No one's gonna argue about a couple of years. But yeah,
but I had a fight neck and cranny all the way through, and I never did give up. And that's what the VA wants a vet to do, to give up and fighting, and accept their word as God, and that's it.
that's it. Because my father-in-law fought from the time he got out in World War II until 1993 or 1994 before he finally got his benefits.
Yeah, and then see, they
And
also made a law too. If and it was like it was like 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, they made a law saying uh, from the day of the claim that you claim is to till it gets finalized or adjudicated, then you get all that back pay. But what about the back pay 30 years ago? So they did away with it, so they can't go anything past 10 years now. They made a law against it. So they made a law, so and put it and then put it. That's the only thing they updated. They put it into CFR is that so they could get away with screwing out your money.
yep,
But here you go. Have the VA want to screw the vet out of the money, but they want to buy a big gigantic boulder from a rock quarry over in say um, California, and turn around and bring it over to the East Coast and drop it into a brand new boulder in front of a new hospital and make it a monument. And it costs $50 million or $10 million or 10,000, 15, 20, whatever at high cost for bullshit. And another thing, they also they buy unknown artists pictures and put them all through the ROs and all the hospitals across the country. Why not give the vets that's got artistic skill that does drawings, pen and ink, stills, charcoal paint, charcoal, or even painting as part of their therapy and putting it in the hospitals.
yep.
But no, they want to spend another $20,000 to $30,000 to buy all this unknown artwork from somebody that nobody the hell knows, nobody even gives a crap about, and put it in all the hospitals. So they waste more money. But then they want their pay. They want to be like the RO guy here. His wife, say, him and his wife built a brand new mansion up in North Georgia here about 3 or 4 years ago. And his wife decided to come work for him in his office. But that's supposed to be nepotism, right? Well, no. They arranged someone in Washington, D.C. to be her immediate supervisor, but she works in his office just to get around that. So there's a bunch of crap going
Yep.
on.
Yep.
And
Because I was victim to that thing, like you said. I had carpal tunnel when I left. I reported it several times. They treated me for it 3 or 4 times before I got out. And because I wasn't doing that much typing and things, that it didn't hurt as much anymore right before I got out. I forgot about it. And I didn't bring it up when I out processed this. Then when I tried to get reevaluated, said, well, you should have brought it up when I said, well, I'm sorry, my back was so bad. I said I was worried about my back and my hips and my elbow and whatever else was hurting me at the time, and I was on pain meds, and I simply forgot. Well, doesn't matter, but it wasn't until it's just this last time.
Right, and remember, a couple of years ago they did away with the DBQs on their VA website. The DBQs will tell you they got a DBQ on every part of the body, every kind of disease that you can get, brain surgery, tooth, ailment, or bone fractures, anything about the body, they have a DBQ on. And then when you go see the doctor, that tells you basically what they're going to be looking for, right? Well, they took all that down because the vets started learning and
what to
passing
tell
their
them about,
test.
right? What to tell them about, yeah.
Yeah, and they did away with it. And now they got it back up to a point, but they're not listed on all of them. So, but once you know what they're looking for, you can
Present your case better.
right.
I know that,
And
and I used that against them when I went for my last evaluation. And
yeah,
before I went and had EMG on my whatever on my wrist, and so there was irrefutable proof, and I had that done in a active duty, and I had the copies because they said
right,
they couldn't find them, and I had the original copies from the '90s in my own record, and
right,
I submitted that as proof that I had been treated. So I sent the two copies of the because you have to be treated twice or more to be considered service connected.
right.
And I submitted the two copies I had done in the '90s along with the one that I just had done, and showed the
The examiner,
relevant that they were about the same, except the new one was worse even, that they were all abnormal. I said, here's the proof that I've had this and it's service connected all along. And they said, well, we can only pay you back to when you file the last claim.
right.
But
That's what
so
that
but they
rule
screwed
comes
me
in.
out
I
of
was telling you about.
they
They
screwed me out of 19 years of back pay on that. But
right,
still,
but like they did me on mine. So
yep.
yeah, they made that 10 that I think it's a 10-year rule that they can't go back no more than 10 years
Well,
or
they wouldn't go
5 or
back 10
whatever.
years. Yeah, they wouldn't even go back 10 years. They only went back to 1 November of 19 when I filed that last claim for
Right.
readjustment. But hey,
So,
at least I got it in there, and they
so
gave it to me from then on.
yeah, the VA takes and then it's another thing, and I suggest every vet, even if you go to a private doctor, the VA will take that private doctor because they're licensed and everything.
Well, because for a
So
while they also had choice, VA choice, where you can go to a
right,
private.
VA
Yeah, right.
chose that too. Right, but they also you go and get a second opinion and get all their side notes, their doctor reports by doing open records requests, get your medical records from the private sector, and then get your C file from the VA, and then you look through the VA, and then you can see what they have on you, what they don't have on you. See here in Atlanta, you get your C file. They have to send your if you do an open records request, they have to go to Washington D.C. to get your C file put on a diskette on
Right,
disk.
right. They
Uh,
all do diskettes, right?
right, but here in Atlanta, they'd send you 3 or 4 boxes of fucking excuse my French paperwork, and in my paperwork, I caught like 5 other veterans paperwork, and my paperwork were Social Security, date of birth, how much the vet was getting, how much his wife was getting. Then another guy was a brand new vet. He was waiting to have his stuff adjudicated, and his
And this
stuff
is
was in
in
my
your
stuff
box.
in my box, and he never did get a letter, and they're fixing to deny him his letter. It went on TV on Channel 2. I did a channel, I called a report on Channel 2. Boy, that VA was so mad at me. You know they were, because they think they're the CIA or the NSA, and they don't want no employee talking to nobody.
Right,
Uh, the whole 9 yards. I mean, they think and they are a government agency. Don't get me wrong, and it's all funded by taxpayers' dollars, and I hope people that's listening will understand that. And the way the vets get treated is
it's
is
terrible.
worse than you could even think of. If you take someone beating someone in a elderly home, in some cases they do the same thing here, and they even let here in Atlanta a couple people die. One person died in a stairwell, in a VA hospital. They tried to find them and couldn't find them. Nobody checked the stairwell, and they died. And another one was found somewhere at a hospital. It was a mental patient, and in the mental ward at the VA, and something happened with them. And I mean, like I said, the VA gets people think the VA is all great. Some places they might be, But in my experiences,
More often than not, they're not.
they're not. It's very rare you find a VA hospital or RO trying to do the right thing for a vet across this country. Now,
Right.
Hey, Rice.
Welcome rights for
Welcome.
vets onto the panel.
Welcome,
Hello.
LT.
Sorry I'm late.
hello, brother. How you doing?
How you doing? What's going on there? I can't
I'm
get my
doing fine. I subscribed to your channel. I found your channel, and I subscribed to it already. I hadn't looked at the videos yet, but this is Michelle. So I just want to let you know I did what you told me last night. So
I'm kind of a novice, so don't butcher me too bad.
He's
I'm
still
not gonna
very wet
butcher.
behind the ears, you know.
I'm
Well,
more wet behind the ears when it's filming, but I'm a very good researcher because I got a lot of time on my hands. So I do my research very thoroughly and articulately. That's my pet peeve.
but the bottom line, you and Rice are wittier people.
Say what?
Let's just go next subject, please.
Yeah.
All right, bud. We'll have to get you a damn rope. We have to get you. We're gonna have to get you a dinghy and pull you behind our ship because you're gonna be more wet than we are.
You're in a lot of hot water. You better be an insulated dinghy because that water he's in is going to be hot.
I'm not gonna say nothing because my mind just went in the gutter. I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
That's too much.
I really. Go ahead.
No, go on. Go on.
I was just going to whine about the camera I got. The instruction manual, they wrote it in, I think, negative 30 point. I mean, a magnifying glass, extra light, and I still need to put my glasses on over that, plus another pair.
Wow.
Just to see. I mean, it's so small. I'm surprised it can print that small. But
KY, but yeah, see, I don't even have a camera to go out and do anything. But when you go on the VA property, like I said, the VA police will definitely lock you up.
Do you need a camera? I'll send you one.
Yeah, I need one real bad.
I will send me your address. You got my email, right?
Yeah, I got your email. I'll send it to you later on when I get home.
Send me my address. I will mail you. It's a 1080p sport camera with a waterproof case. It's good for 3 hours of recording. Now, if you get a little battery pack, it'll last even longer.
Okay.
And I will send it to you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Because I don't have a camera to record on. So, and it's hard to do with cell phones. But but yeah, like I said, deal with the VA is. Like I said, try to do an audit on the VA property, even in public spaces. They don't give a shit about the First Amendment rights. They don't give a crap about nothing. They will lock your ass up and don't think twice about it. It's happened to many auditors. You look up, you go on YouTube and look at other auditors that does VA auditing, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Hold on, guys. My phone's going to start. I got to get my battery back. Son of a gun. Hold on.
Oh, it's Mr. 3%.
So mad.
It's Lulu's other half.
I'm walking around, so I got to use my battery pack here. There you go.
have you heard from Ginger? KY? I forgot to call her.
I just sent a message.
Man.
Someone never called her. Not that
I know.
I'm not going to mention Bud's name.
No, don't mention Bud's name.
There we go.
Now, the camera, you have to make it works off the hotspot on your phone or tablet.
Right back, guys.
Yeah, just make sure you have your hotspot set up on your phone, and then it'll Wi-Fi or Bluetooth right to your phone, and then broadcast if you want to broadcast. Otherwise, you can just static record on the camera. But if you want to broadcast live, you can do it that way too.
Yeah, I want to see how good the pics. Because either way, for the interviews, I want that one so bad. But I want to see how they work. But now I don't know. The camera you're sending me that I'm getting is probably better than that. I don't know.
The camera on your phone is going to be twice as good as that 1080 camera because it's a 4K. 4K 5G. It's got 4 lenses, so it's got a much better zoom, and it's 5 times, 6 times the price. So yeah, it better be better.
True, but this is 4K.
Oh, okay.
Cameras for 4K too.
That's your phone that you have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just out of curiosity, if you no, I mean no, the camera you got me is 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And now, if I have to use the phone as a hotspot, I can still record on the phone as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you could do.
so you both because I wanted to use the camera for the interviews or the night. I don't know. Like I said, I'm getting ready for it. I'm just going through and getting all set up, and then I'm going out.
But yeah, like I said, the VA, they just think they're, there's a lot of different things going on with the VA. So, uh, and I get reports from the Inspector General's office of different VAs and stuff across the country that they found uh, locking people up or exonerating them and all this other shit. So I got tons of all that stuff. So.
And now, have you got these videos are done, or are you just starting to edit them now to get them ready?
No, they're not videos. They're black and white format, word format, not on film or
Oh,
video.
but you put it together like a presentation, right?
I
Is
hadn't
that
done one yet. I hadn't done that yet.
okay.
No, I got a whole gigantic file of nothing but lots and lots of. I got thousands and thousands of reports.
Wow. So you need to sit down and break it down, don't you?
I do some with them. I can email each one to KY like I did the photos and give him something to do, and then he can forward them over some of them to you, and they'll give you something to
Yeah,
them do.
I'll do it. Air cooled accountability. Welcome in. Thank you for coming over, brother.
I know. KY just went silent when I said that.
No,
KY
I'm
has a lot on his plate, but yeah, he's his channel is basically on where they are law links.
yeah.
That would be another good place for like somewheres to put other type of stuff because the law stuff has to constantly be changed.
Right
Because
when
Updated,
yeah, when Bell gets my stuff up and my channel up and running, y'all more welcome to use my channel as well. So that's you have
oh,
access to that channel as well. And
what KY didn't tell you? We already started process of taking over your channel. Oh, never mind. So,
oh, listen at you,
he's all like,
bad boy.
listen at you.
See what I mean? That's what happens. You give him the key to the bus. He abuses
I do.
it.
I ain't gave the keys to the bus to the Noah's Ark yet. About to no one, not yet.
He may have Noah's Ark, but I got the key to the drain plug.
There it is. It's got the trap door.
On the bottom. That's it. Boop. Glug, 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 glug.
Exactly.
I call that the shit show shoot plug.
I will be right back, guys. In a sec.
But yeah, like I said, it's just so much. I mean, the VA stuff is just when you hit one subject, it's all tied in one way or another to each other, and you can't talk about one without talking the other. And it's like
Not really, huh? You're right.
There's like an octopus with tentacles, lots of tentacles going from every damn direction.
Actually, two octopuses facing one another, and the tentacles are intertwined.
Well, that too.
That's more like it, because those tentacles reach every which way, and then like
Yep.
I said, sometimes they're intertwined. You can't touch on one without hitting another because it shoots through there or wrapped around it or whatever. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I'm in a heap of trouble then. Hell with them. 'Cause I got their faces and everything up there, except for my second primary careless physician. It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I got the administrator all the way down. Yeah, they're not going to be too happy when they find out. I warned them.
Oh,
I didn't tell them to be on-
I mean, uh, uh, KY, did you go to my page and look at the about page, on the about tab on my page on my channel and look and see what I wrote?
No, I have to be honest. I've been
Busy.
so,
Okay.
so
No
depressed
problem.
since my wife passed that I really
I
haven't
know. That's all right. No problem.
done
I
much
understand.
YouTube at all.
Oh, okay.
I've been to a few channels, Silver Diamond and here and there, but for the most part, I've not.
Okay.
I've just been trying to
Deal with that. Okay. No problem.
deal with everything here and
No
myself,
problem.
my head.
No problem.
And
You know what I don't understand, gentlemen, is that the VFW. I mean, I know they help people out a little bit.
very little.
Yeah,
Very little.
I have no faith. 30 years
Thank you.
ago, 30 years ago, I would have said yes. They help. My father was involved with them when I was younger, and we used to have picnics, and they would have meetings once a month, and there would be 200 or 300 men show up at a meeting, and they drank their beer and they had a good time when they were there. But they helped the community. They did things. They had projects. The men were involved. Nowadays, a post, you're lucky if you get 30 guys involved. And when I first went for my first review a couple of years after I got out, I wanted them to reevaluate me, and I talked to the guy at my local VFW post. He said, "Well, go get your evidence, get a lawyer. Don't bother me anymore." That was what the rep told me. He didn't want to be bothered, and I thought, well, so much for help from them. So then when they sent me my request for a renewal for the membership, I said, hell no. Because they're going to refer me to the local VFW. I'm sorry, they weren't interested.
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, I don't have much faith in the VFW or
American
what's that?
Legion.
That's
American
right.
Legion, or what's that
Well,
other
I
one?
found the American Legion more helpful. The guy gave me a website. He gave me some names. He said, "Here's some lawyers that will at least give you a free consult and refer you to someone they think might do better if they're not willing to help you." Much. He was much more helpful.
Yeah, but there's a problem with that, KY. I mean, hold on, VFW has been. Hold on, well, it's painful. VFW has been involved since 1899. You would think that they would put money aside in a kitty and get lawyers to start fighting for us veterans. Go to Congress instead of just shaking their hands and licking their boots. But they don't do that.
No,
They
not
make a
anymore.
big dog and pony show out of it,
My dad was a member and he was treasurer for a while for the Grochosh Post 1306 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I don't even know if it even exists. They probably closed. A lot of them have.
Yep.
But I remember when they sold poppies, and I even took those to school when I was in the 6th grade in junior high school, and I sold them to my teachers and whatnot. Got contributions for them and from teachers and stuff. I knew they were veterans and stuff, and they bought them. It was donation. It was a donation thing, and
There was that other one, DAV. There's another one. I think that's the one. I think that's dealt with the veterans too.
Now I've seen things again. They're not all the same, but the DAV here is pretty good. They have things
Not
that they
here.
do, but yeah, every city, every state is different. Every area is different. Same with the hospitals; they're not all bad.
No. Right.
Well,
Not
just one
here.
thing. Go on, Michelle.
Oh, they're just bad here. I mean, they're just out for themselves. I mean, they say they're doing things for people, but they're not here. I have not seen anything helping vets. I know a lot of vets that needs home repair, home repair stuff get done that they can't get done or don't have the resources to get done. And like ramps put up or going into the homes and stuff like that. And there's nobody doing that. I mean, they're just all out for them themselves, just like everybody else is around the area that I'm in.
You're right. You're
Now,
absolutely
another big one is Wounded Warrior Project, and I've seen a lot of good things from them.
Right.
I
I
know.
don't know that much. I don't know that much about them, so I can't say one way or another. But
Right.
I take your word for it,
Yeah.
KY.
Same here. I don't know much about it. And two tunnels.
Oh yeah, something from towers to tunnels. Towers to tunnels. That's a new one. I have they're pretty new. They're at 6 months. I think I've seen something about them in the last 6 months. Towers to tunnels.
Yeah, I don't know very much about them either.
Yeah, me either.
How much of the money goes to staff and how much is actually helping veterans?
Right.
Because there are charities out there that their sole purpose is to collect money and collect a salary and a big office and a fancy car and a title and not help anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be real careful before you donate to an organization. Check them out get a review or several reviews on that organization.
Right. But like I said here, all they're out doing for themselves. They don't give a crap. So
if I can, I'm going to do an audit on them this month. I asked my son-in-law if he could help me out and get me set up, and I'm going to go over and do an audit on the VFW right across the street from him.
Okay.
I hope I can do it.
Now, beside your camera or your phone, there are now pens that you can look up on Amazon that are a 4K camera. It's a pen. It sits in your pocket.
Ooh.
Very incognito.
yeah, you could put I got a couple of them. You could put I do them on like city council meetings because I don't want you to carry phones and stuff in there.
Yeah, holding a phone up over your head. Hey, I'm recording y'all. That is kind of obvious, but a pen in the pocket is a shirt pocket of a button-down shirt is a little less obvious, and so
right.
And if you have holding your phone in your hand and tip it down to the floor, they're looking at your hand, always pointed down at the floor.
Yeah, but usually the clip on the phone, it's got a thumb drive usually inside the pen part, but it actually writes as a pen. They got a little bit of ink down in it. You can still write like a pen, but it's mainly it's got a hidden thumb drive in it, and it stores. You can get one that stores audio and video in it, but on the clip itself that clips into your pocket, what I've seen is a little bit pinhole for the camera, and then on the side, on both sides or one of the sides is the mic, or at the top.
Right.
So, because different makers put it at different. The mic's on top or either side or both on each side or whatever. So it all depends on what manufacturer you go to.
Homeland Security memo of 2018 says you can record people in the VA. They're a government agency, is a public entity, and they are public servants, and they can be recorded, whether they think so or not.
Lobbyists, hallways, and corridors.
Now, the only thing you can't record is social security numbers, private medical information of other patients.
Right.
So if you're in a public accessible hallway, anything there is public. You just have to make sure you're not in a secure area that's authorized personnel only. You know, that's all. That's the thing you have to be careful of. But now with the veterans organization, that's a private property and a private business, because that is a business. And so if they say no cameras are recording, you can't record them.
Right.
So you have to be careful with that, because DAV and American Legion and any other veterans, there are private businesses. They're not public businesses.
As long as I don't film on their private property, I film across the street, which is public.
That is fine. Even the sidewalk. If there's a paved street and a sidewalk, that sidewalk is public property because you're on the right of way for the street.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's on their property. If they have a no recording, then no, they can't. You can't.
What is that? Your punish machine? You're rolling into your room? What is that? Just joking.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sick of VA, and they know it too. So what they did to me was totally wrong. Totally wrong. So I'm game for it. I am. I want to tell all the Americans I can that how bad they are out there. They think to solve the problem is more money. That's not more money. It's more quality, more caring.
Yeah, it does no good if they misuse the money.
And they do. Even the physicians do not go to a VA hospital.
And like I told you before, if isn't that a telling sign, a red flag?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, the doctors at this hospital won't get medical treatment at this hospital. They don't trust the other doctors. Hello.
Yeah, chefs won't eat the food they cook. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you eat here? Oh no, I
fucking no. That's all right.
Will you eat this restaurant? No, I won't be here.
Oh hell no.
Right. I wouldn't trust them as much as I could throw each one of them over the down the cliff and over it out into the ocean.
Well, the bad thing about this, Michelle, Bruce, is that if they try to get the American people to be fooled, free health care, universal, you know what's going to happen to American people. They're going to die off like flies. They're going to be run just like a veterans hospital.
Right.
I'm trying to wake up American people with that too, but no one's listening, though,
Exactly. Like me trying to tell the doctors we're nursing home and the hospital
Dennis ran that guy off and banned him from coming to the Waffle House. He was sleeping.
All right.
What about the Waffle House?
We're supposed to have security.
Yeah, hold on.
Who are you talking to? Are you on the phone?
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Like I was trying to tell, I was trying to tell the doctors that where my wife was at and the hospital where she was treated at about the shot and what was happening and stuff. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want an explanation, or they just wanted to say that they could not determine any medical reason for her problem, but they didn't want to hear anything about the COVID shot being a possible cause.
No.
It's almost like they were told to ignore anything like that, as if they were given instructions not to report anything like that. Because we have 20 things that go wrong with the side effects. We have the 20 side effects listed. There aren't any more, so don't worry about any other ones.
Well, yeah, they'll lie. Believe me, they'll lie anyway just to get out of a hawk. The government's telling them what to do. Look at the nurses that are quitting now because they don't want to
Yes.
get the jab.
Yep. Air cooled. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes, thank you, Eric Cold. Always nice to have you.
That's not fair. I can't see.
You're on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know how that works. I would get a tablet then, so you could. That's what I
Well,
need one too for when I go out. But if I didn't have a computer, dude, I go nuts. I couldn't see the chats and stuff.
well, on mine, I have what they call a fold. It's a phone, and you open it up. It's like a mini tablet.
Oh, how cute!
Like the folding Z type thing.
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
it accent? Does it every once in a while get stuck open like in real life?
No.
We have to shake it to get it to draw. Okay.
No.
Bad,
Not like y'all.
bad, bud.
Hey, bud, it's not like y'all guys got to shake something just to get something shook.
There you go.
And moving on.
Moving on. Exactly.
I got you that time, bud. Keep it up.
Yeah,
Keep it
yeah.
He deserved that. He deserved that. There it is.
First Karen.
Nah, that was the first bud.
That's good old
That was
Karen.
Michelle's great grandmother.
There it is.
No.
There it is. Yes. Okay, we vote.
No.
It's a democracy.
AKY, now you now.
Damn.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm going? You know what I'm going to name? I want to give
There you
KY
go.
a brand new name, especially a nickname.
Okay.
KY Lube.
Lube, he already has that.
Yeah, you're
You're way
half
back.
behind. A year and a half behind on that.
No,
one.
I'm the one that gave you that long time ago. But I was going to put something else to it.
Yeah.
KY Running Lube.
Running lube. Yeah. Backstepping lube. There you go.
Oh, there's a lot of
I've been called every name under the book.
a lot of backstepping lube on that. Yeah, that'd be a good sale. Actually,
Yeah.
Need to slip and slide back a little bit from what you said. Just apply some of this KY backstepping lube.
Exactly. Need a backstep. We're having a lubathon.
Do a little bit of reverse moonwalk and back off.
Moonwalk.
but yeah, anyway. Like I said, the VA, like I said, there's a bunch of shit going on with them that nobody likes. I mean, I ain't found a veteran that likes them.
That's ridiculous.
The only veterans I ever talked to that liked it is the persons that hadn't went through the system. In other words, all they do is go to get an X-ray, MRI, and then go see their private physician. That's the only one here that they like VA.
That should be fixed. They should have the best hospitals.
Or at least good hospitals. At least good.
Well, the reason I say the best is because that's an incentive. When people join and they can see, well, if something ever happened to me or I get out and I ever need anything, well, look at that. Instead, they hear these stories.
Well, yeah, but, you're not going to be a young chicken all your life either.
No, there's no young chicken here.
No, not here either.
Not here either.
Yeah.
I had to, if I might change the subject just to say, I had to call Signature for my wife was being cared for. They sent me a pack of books today.
Oh, Jesus.
For, Renee, here's your benefits for 2022. I'm sorry. That's just insensitive to send me a benefits books for next year's benefits on your plan. So I called them and I talked to the lady. I said, here's the ID number we're talking about. I didn't say who I was. I said, here, this is reference. ID number, my ID number I have, and I read it. She said, "Okay, Renee, okay." I said, "What does your computer say about benefits and stuff?" She said, "Well, you're qualified for the benefits for next year." I said, "Well, that's pretty good, seeing as the person with this number passed away on the 16th of September, and this is now October, and you tell me I'm qualified for benefits, but this person no longer exists, and you're sending me books for next year's benefits. How slow is your computer? You know, that it doesn't know that the person whose benefits he's applied to have passed away over 2 weeks ago."
Oh, they're lucky they even know about it at all.
So she said, "Well, what?" I said, "Well, my wife passed away over 2 weeks ago, and you're sending her books on here's your new benefits for next year. You qualify." I said, "Don't you think that her number should have been removed and terminated from your system? I mean, are you still charging her for her plan? You know?" I said, "You can contact Signature South and confirm this, but they'll tell you what the facts and the date and the time, which they should have done a long time ago. You should have put that in your system and hit enter and removed her from the system as, no longer receiving those benefits. But I said, I'm sorry, but it's insensitive for you to send me literature." It's the second time. The first time I let it go because it was only a week after, but it's now been over 2 weeks, and you're still sending me literature telling me about benefits in the future and whatnot. I said, that's not cool. No different than her insurance company, after processing her life insurance 10 days later, sends me a funeral expense insurance plan.
It kind of reminds me of something the damn VA would do.
Meh.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's like when they upped my benefits that I had applied for when I was 63. And they finally approved them 16 months later. And they said, "Oh, because your benefits were approved, you now qualify for veterans benefits life insurance. Oh, and there is a complimentary insurance plan that you can pay for if you want additional $20,000 in benefits." So I applied for it. They said, "Well, you have to apply for them before you're 65. I said, "I couldn't apply for them until you approved my benefits to be over 50%. And because of your backlog and everything, and from Corona, it took them 15 months to approve them and another month to apply them." I said, "It's not my fault it took you that long to approve my request. I was 63 when I requested them, almost 64. I said I was 63 when I applied for the increase. It's not my fault it took you that long to adjudicate and approve them and investigate them. And you should go back to the date that I requested the increase that you approved from November of 19 and say that's when you're eligible for this insurance," and requested it.
Right.
And so I appealed their decision that I wasn't qualified for it, but I never heard back from them.
Yeah, they're a bunch of idiots. Sounds like more something Barney Rubble would do.
But yeah, that's the way it doesn't matter that we took too long and you're now over the age limit, but I wasn't over the age limit when I requested this increase, this reevaluation.
Right. I would go back to them and say, "What, you going to honor my request or not?"
I did. I did that with the appeal, and I sent them additional emails, but I never heard back from them.
Well, I'd send them another one. I'd butt the crap out of them.
Maybe I should contact a legal representative.
I become a very so sore in their, on their
A thorn in
backside.
their posterior. That's right.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a cup of coffee, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Where's mine at?
Cream or sugar?
Both.
Okay. Double or triple?
Double.
Straw or no straw?
No straw.
Yeah, cup or no cup was a saucer.
A cup.
Okay, sir. On this way.
I would have figured Michelle for no cup.
Seriously.
See, I knew
Wait,
where you was
wait,
going with
KY,
that.
what are you trying to say there? That she's cupless?
I knew.
Oh,
I was
Free
really
hanging.
prepared for him to say something like that. That's why I said cup.
Free hanging, Michelle. Free hanging.
Uh-huh.
Hey, police brutality radio. Also, yeet. It's a cop.
Eat.
And you gotta yeet. It's a cop.
So what? He's a fuzzy wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy wuzzy had no hair. He probably don't have no hair. If he's a police officer, most of them don't.
Hello. How's
Hey.
everybody?
Oh God, there goes the neighborhood.
The panel's down.
I just woke up. Hi.
I swear to God, the first two things Ginger ever says when she comes on panel. Hi everyone. I just got up.
I just woke up again.
I just woke up.
I've been sleeping for 7 days. Call me Ginger Van Winkle.
Ginger Van Winkle. I like
Oh, Jesus. Hey, Ginger, they've been on me, so don't feel bad, baby.
Okie dokie, Michelle.
I'm doing fine, Ginger.
Pardon?
I've been doing fine, sweetie. How about you?
I'm all right.
Okay. They've been on me all night, so I was glad to see another female up here on panel.
So, yeah, the five of us.
All we need is Lulu up here, and we'll take over. We'll take over this
Oh,
place.
don't forget Jackie too.
Jackie and
Yeah.
Lulu. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we take Jackie, D. Johns, and Lulu, me, and Ginger. She will take over.
Oh, and then have some like no. Shit ladies night on DJ. There was only one lady.
Well, I didn't know anything about it, so.
Could you
Yeah,
imagine?
every Friday they have a ladies' night.
Now, could you imagine if you had like
Now next week is Ginger, right? Right, Ginger?
What?
you're having ladies?
Next week you're hosting ladies' night?
Yes.
Yes.
All
The
right.
Ginger Snaps next Friday.
Right. So we need you need to just make a panel like Pandora, Jackie, Lulu. You know, we can get who else up there? Oh, DJ Vix.
Me.
Yeah, there you go, the instigator.
Oh, listen at you. You're the.
What? I'm not. No, I was just
Uh-huh.
saying. Yeah, no. Seriously, dude. You're gonna go up there, and all you gotta do is light the fire and let them take the rest. Somebody bring up that M word, and everything else will take care of
Shut
itself.
up.
Well, I didn't say it.
Okay.
I said M. I never said moist.
Shut up.
No saying that word moist. You know that. Here we go.
Chomp. Yeah, so I'm tired. It's been a fun day. But
Yeah, you look tired.
I know you can tell, can't you?
Yeah, all them cracks on your road looks just like concrete, or on
Yeah.
the road.
I know. I was thinking though, it's been like maybe going with old school. What do you think?
Hey, that's up to you.
Or maybe hanging around. I don't know. Yeah. It's a dog day afternoon. Y'all remember the Three Dogs Night, the movie?
Three Dog
Or,
Night. Yeah, I remember. Loved Three Dog Night.
even no, the movie, not the band.
Oh,
What was that? Oh, come on, the bank robbers. Remember, it was a 1970 three.
I don't remember that far back on every movie. God, I remember the good ones. Who was this major star in that one?
See, that's I'm bad with the name.
no.
You can see it. Charlton Heston, I think, was. I'm not sure.
Uh,
Steve McQueen, maybe.
Steve McQueen.
I have a
Absolutely.
question.
Yes, Ginger. Go ahead.
I just went and put my dinner in the fridge. It's been sitting out since I ate dinner. I hope
You
it's
put your
okay.
derriere in the fridge.
No, my dinner.
All right. What is your dinner, Ginger?
Oh, I ordered from my favorite Italian place, Chicago.
Was it covered?
Pizza. Two
Was it
meatballs.
covered?
Yes, in sauce
Yeah,
and
hold
grilled
on.
Parmesan with spaghetti underneath.
All right. How long was it out?
is it sitting out? Yeah.
Yeah. How long was it sitting out? But you know the answer, KY, because
4 hours. Because I went to sleep.
All right. Yeah. Put it
And
back
it's
in
cold.
the.
It's cold in the kitchen though too. So
That doesn't. That's.
it's
Put
okay. I
you're
just put it in the fridge.
just put it in the fridge. One, let me explain something. Fast food, no matter what it is, I don't care. They preserve the living daylights out of it. But second,
Yeah.
4 hours is the longest you can really do, unless it would have been something like fish,
Yeah.
uncooked fish. Uncooked 4 hours is as long as you can, and that means you can't take it out and put it back in again.
Yeah.
Next
Once
time
you take it out,
that's
that's
it.
it.
It's over. So you're fine. Just don't do it again.
Thank you.
Yeah, because spaghetti there, that's a pasta. The only thing you'd worry about is, and not even, you don't have to refrigerate Parmesan. You just have to keep it cool. The people don't understand that. They don't put it in like a dark cupboard or something in the back, whatever, and it sits out and basically the heat melts, just destroys it anyway. But yeah. So yeah, you don't have to put stuff like butter, stick butter. You remember back in the day, KY, you get those butter dishes and you leave the butter sitting out,
And you cover it with a little ceramic,
right?
ceramic tray on the bottom,
right.
and a little ceramic cover. You'd put the quarter-pound stick, and then you'd cover it and leave it sitting on your counter.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same way. Yes, exactly. Because but now it's just the culture don't want to use their common sense or learn anything, so you just throw the shit in the refrigerator, thinking, and I do love this, that it stops mold.
No. People don't understand. A refrigerator doesn't stop anything. It severely slows down the
Well,
process.
I couldn't put it in when it's hot, and it takes a long time for that stuff to cool down.
Well, here's the thing. The reason you do not put hot food in a refrigerator. No. The reason you don't stick hot food in a refrigerator is because it lowers the temperature of the refrigerator down, trying to cool it down. And if you have other temperature sensitive food,
like milk or dairy,
right? So that's why. But see, you're not in a restaurant. You don't need to put your thing in the 5 layers of a refrigerator. You don't put like uncooked meat on the same shelf as cooked items or vegetables. I mean, so yeah. But in your case, you're fine. You're fine. The stuff you left out,
because that was an expensive meal.
Yeah,
I got enough food to probably feed me for 4 or 5 days now.
Yeah, Charlie, I do it too from time to time. I don't like cold, unspreadable butter. I don't, unless you get it in the containers. Stick butter, I always leave out, and then I get organic stick butter. So
someone's breathing into their mic. I think it's you, bud.
No, it's not me. It's not me.
Somebody needs to move their mic a little bit because they're breathing.
Hey, KY.
Yeah.
I put something in the private chat for you. That's my address, so you can send that camera.
Oh, okay. It'll be going out Monday.
No problem.
Here, I'll retype it. You probably can't see that one. So it's at 3005 Washington Avenue, Riverside.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's the White House. Just send it to the White House. They'll know right where to go.
Oh, sure
The asshole in the basement. That's what the
How come you're so
in the
quiet,
dungeon.
right?
No, I live up there in the residence.
Residence on.
Did your boss hit you in the head with a frying pan?
Say what?
Rights. I asked Rights why he's so quiet.
He went to get some coffee.
Went to get coffee. Yeah, he heard you were coming. He ran away.
That's not nice.
Yeah, I got my GPS set for the White House. So anybody try to track me down, it's going to go to I dropped the pin right on top of the residence at the White House on my GPS. So anybody want to track me, they'll go right straight to the White House.
There you go.
There you go, brother. And they'll find me sitting up there eating popcorn. So it's all good.
Hi, Ginger.
Hi.
Welcome back, Rights.
Yeah, thank you. I had to make a cup of coffee. I didn't know it was empty.
Did you bring me one? I just woke up. I need a cup.
What? I was going to pass this to Bud coffee to give it to Michelle here, and okay, I'll get another cup for you.
There you
Here,
go.
Bud. Here's another cup of coffee. Pass it on to Michelle, will you?
Well, I don't really pass it to anyone. If I like ginger, I just pour it down. She grabs it with her cup.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
You better just keep quiet right now.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, VA is something else. I'll tell you, a bunch of liars, stone cold liars.
Yeah, that's what's sad. And if, like they said, some are good and some are bad, then we need to work on the ones that are bad and audit them and bring attention to what they're doing.
Well, the administrator at the Veterans Hospital, their job is really to contain all the rhetoric that's going on in there, so no one else knows about it.
Right
outside the walls, and it's harder than hell to try to get anything out of VA. They don't say nothing.
It is.
And
like I said, they think they're the CIA or NSA. That's why I made that comment.
I have a recorded with my primary care physician, and my wife I promised my wife that I wouldn't get too upset, so I was contained to what I really wanted to say, but it's on YouTube. You'll hear it.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, you bet.
You got it up on your channel?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'll listen to it later.
It's a long one. Just I see the nurse. I see the nurse first. Go on, bud.
I had to go get the doggy food. Be right back.
Before you go, take that banner down.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
That's better. I can see now. A little bit better. But yeah, I got it all there. I mean, you just got to search around there, Michelle, and you'll find out a lot of stuff. Some of it, like I said, is doesn't pertain to veterans, but change the government. Trying to wake up Americans as well. But it's out there. You just got to look around. I got quite a bit when I first started out, and how I started out, and how I screwed up, and how I'm still screwing up.
Charlie, Sean, you have soft butter for grilled cheese and cinnamon toast, but an alternative to butter is mayonnaise with olive oil in it.
But right, you know how I felt. I said how I felt last night.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people. Some of the people in the chat said, "Are you crazy, Michelle?" So, no, I'm not crazy. I just, a lot of people don't know what you've been exposed to as a combat vet, and seeing a lot of blood and guts and death, and especially killing people themselves and children. So what do you damn expect,
And if these people have no experience in that whatsoever, how can they know or have any idea what your mind is going through?
And it is the hardest thing to go to kill a child through glass, which is on layman terms for somebody who's never been in the military or even
Right,
carried a gun,
right.
is your scope. Glass means
And
your scope.
and you're glassing them, and here they've got a bomb strapped to them, and they're headed right for a checkpoint.
Yeah.
And you say, "Oh my God, it's only a kid," but this kid is going to blow himself.
Are you telling a kid not to pick up an RPG? Don't pick
Right,
it up. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. Just
and they
walk
do it
by
anyhow.
and just walk by it and just keep on going, but don't pick it up or whatever. And and the kid picks it up, and you got to cut kid out.
You got to do what you got to do. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they're programmed to do that as kids, little ones. They're like
Yep, they're
indoctrinated, like
taught.
they're doing.
They are taught. If you see one laying, grab it up, quick, grab it up. We need it. Yeah.
And people think that when I made that comment, I went back and saw the side chat that when a couple people said, "Are you crazy?" because I made a comment. Well, who's going to miss a couple 500 or 5,000 men and women and children? Because terrorists are going to use them as shields. And I'm not being insensitive. I'm just being, they could have got out many times.
Realistic. That's right. Realistic. That's right.
They could have got out. They could have got out many times out of the situation, but no, they wanted to stay. So I have no. I mean, I'm not playing the heartstring type person when it comes to what I did in the military or whatever. I had a job to do it. I did it well. And
you did it to the best of your ability.
I hated to do it. I hated to do it.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong, but when somebody tells me, "Are you crazy?" or they try to knock you down for it, or say, "Well, what the hell? You don't even know what the have you been in the military before?" No. All right, then shut the hell up.
That's right. That's right.
Well, it's like this, Michelle. It was all candy and everything else until that guy in New York put a boiler. Remember that boiler with the shells, the nails and everything else?
Yeah.
Remember that? And they all blew, "Oh my God. Oh my God." Big change compared to what you did. Oh yeah, right. That's just the way they are. They'll kill anybody, and you got to kill them before they kill your brothers.
All right,
That's it.
our sisters, yeah, either one.
Yeah.
But and the military teaches a lot of different things. I mean, it's just not. I mean, some people see combat, some people unfortunately don't. Some people are either mechanics or nurses or doctors or medevacs or whatever out in the combat zone, and they see a lot of death. And I can't even imagine what they go through. But I'm not going to sit there and judge them on whose life to save and whose life not to save if it's a terrorist or American. I go with an American before I go with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
If you think Michelle was that bad killing a child, you go to the military. You find out what it's like to go to basic training. You find how it's like to be detrained, to listen to the military, and you have to listen to them because you're owned by the military.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you don't do it, you get in trouble, and your friends will hate you for it too.
And just like Vietnam, women and children had to be sappers or terrorists with a bomb strapped to them, or a mine, or a couple of grenades in their pocket.
Say a lot of people don't know, even in Vietnam. You know why the 45 was made?
The 45 was made for World War One. Yeah.
Well, World War One, but they used them in Viet Cong because the 45 was they made Viet Cong made a lot of bamboo, like bulletproof vest, homemade bulletproof vest.
Right.
And bamboo, when it's real good and green, is very hard to penetrate.
Yes.
And that's what a 45 was made for, was to a large enough bullet to go through that bamboo.
The weight of the bullet was strong enough to penetrate and crush that bamboo. Yeah.
Right. To get to kill the Viet Cong or whatever.
That's why a lot of people were sorry that they went to the 223 instead of the 308, because that 308 would go right through it too.
That's right.
If it doesn't rain tomorrow, we'll go to where.
But and there's a lot of factors. I mean, there's a lot of things people just don't know. It's not peaches and cream in everything in the military.
And
good,
oh hell no.
there's good and bad and ugly. And it's all sometimes wrapped up all together, and sometimes it's individually. Who knows? But it's not peaches and cream.
Nope. Nope.
Especially the hell when you walk off the bus at boot camp and your DI tells you, "You maggots, what the hell you damn fucking 30 of my damn payment for? Get off my damn bus, you flea bags," or whatever. You know what they
Dirt
do.
bags, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's,
dirt bags, flea bags,
and
whatever.
you're being very kind and generous to those drill sergeants. The language they use, because that wasn't the language they used when they told us to get off the bus.
Now I was trying to be
Polite.
watered down stuff without me really going
Oh
saying
yeah,
what I wanted to say on channel.
no doubt, no doubt. Oh, they
No.
even kneeled on our
go a
back.
whole lot worse. They go a whole lot worse than what I just said.
I'll tell you what.
It
This is
was
no
raining
lie. I
cats
think
and dogs the day we got there at Fort Leonard Wood. It was raining cats and dogs, and they had
I
their
think-
raincoats on. And they had their little plastic covers over their DI hats because that felt, if it gets wet, it just starts going every which way but loose. They got to put them in a wood block every night. But they just started screaming and get off the bus, you MFers, and
Yeah.
now. And the one guy was slow because he had twisted his ankle because they had mopped the floor of the reception hall where he was at, and they put no sign up, and he slipped and he twisted his ankle, and they jumped in his butt right. He didn't even get a chance for him to say, "Hey, I twisted my ankle," and then he was kneeling on his back as we were doing 25 push-ups, and the one drill sergeant was kneeling on his back as he was trying to do push-ups and pushing his face down in the water and in the mud, and yeah, that's kind of stuff they did.
Yep.
They talk about Michelle killing children. Well, I think America better start waking up and start taking care of their own children because they're being indoctrinated into the government society called We Hate America. They got satanic schooling after school, and parents walk in there with their children to learn satanic things. And I have that on my blog also, my stream rather. I mean, Michelle helped this country out. It's your government that's tearing this country up. He did his job, and he did it right. And I think you guys better start concentrating on your government more than Michelle, because they're not doing their job.
I don't think there's anyone here that's doing that.
I hope not. Okay, my apologies.
I don't think. Yeah, we don't have anyone here on this channel that comes here that.
No,
at least I would hope
somebody
not.
just made a comment last night on the side chat, and I didn't say nothing. I just kept my mouth shut and just let it roll off my back. But I'm not going to say who. And but it's it's not only just it's other channels too on YouTube, and people are just stupid and
no, there's no one here old enough to have been in Vietnam.
No,
I missed it by 6 months because I went delayed entry. I requested a school that was delayed for 14 months.
The Vietnam was ending down in the 70s.
73.
73 was ending down in the 73. Yeah, in the 70s.
Yep.
So
I didn't graduate till 73.
And I didn't graduate until 1980 from boot camp. 1980 from high school, and the same day I graduated from high school, I was in the reserves, and then I went straight into. They had me on a plane in Philadelphia, going to boot camp the next day.
That was in 1971.
Oh, okay.
Hey, keeper of the list, welcome in. Gil, welcome in. Good guys, have you here? I'm back. Doggies and outfit.
We gone? Did anyone miss Bud? Put your hand up.
Dude, okay, whatever.
Not a single hand.
No, nobody missed you, bud.
All right, I this is
Tell them to the dogs.
little teeny dogs have a condition. I don't know if a lot of you know it, but when they fart, they scare themselves. So no shit. My little dog, oh my god, it was hilarious. Couldn't figure out what was going on. But I just put her food down, she's doing her little dance to get her food. As soon as I put it down, now she's looking at me because she's no way talking about her. She farts and goes running. I swear to God, just goes meow right out the room.
God, I heard a hawk swooping down.
She probably thinking, well, Daddy does it.
She has no idea what's going on. She farts, she goes hauling ass in the opposite direction. It's hilarious. Poor little doggy.
But yeah, Vietnam was started in and down, like I said, in the early 70s.
72 and 73, it was already pretty much wound down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of my age, I was had a lottery number of 5. Back then, you had the draft lottery, and my number was 5, and that's why I joined on delayed entry as a machinist, because that school's full for 14 months. Oh well, I want to join. That's what I want to do. I signed the initial paperwork, and they put me on hold. And
there's a lot of things here in civilian life that's not even taught no more in school. It's very hard to.
Oh yeah,
very
when I went
hard
to school, you went drafting, and there was machine shop and auto mechanics and wood shop, and most of those shops they're all closed because the kids abuse the machines and the tools and.
Well, there's. I mean, luckily, I reload my own bullets, and even reloading equipment's hard to find now. They're not selling it too much. I got a supplier that I get all my stuff done, all my stuff from. But even if you want to learn, start learning basic gunsmithing, like reloading your own bullets and filing your bullets down, making, doing everything for spindrift and all that stuff. It's not taught no more. I mean, it's very hard. I think there's one college that's a pretty good college. It's in South Carolina or North Carolina that actually has a pretty good online course. It's a basic course, but it's a basic course, but it's not that many around in that type of field.
And that's why it's good to join organizations like the NRA, and you ask them for recommendations for schools that teach that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they know which schools are open, which are still doing it.
Welcome in, Ellie and Polyglots. Good to have you guys in.
Yeah, it's nice to have everybody. But that's that's a very essential part of. I mean, being a sniper, you have to learn all kinds of things. You got, some gunsmithing, and doing that. You have to learn all kinds of stuff. It's just not like peaches and cream where you get up there and just shoot. Yeah, you got to be a good shooter.
Just how the length of your loads affects the ballistics of your shot. How by lengthening by 20 thousandths or shortening by 20, how that affects a sniper's shot and the wind and everything else.
Yeah, and the spin drift going through and the whole 9 yards.
Whether you're 1 in 10 or 1 in 8 or 1 in 12 rotations, that all makes a difference.
But see, a lot of people just don't understand. People are like, "Oh, I want to be a sniper." Oh, yeah, this is all fun and games, and they don't understand. There's a lot that entails.
A lot of factors involved in it.
Right,
the placement of a shot. Temperature, humidity,
elevation, wind,
uphill, downhill, flat shot. All
that.
Is it been over 100 degrees and there's heat rising and then that all plays into it. You bet.
Yeah, because like his old sniper trick in the desert in the heat, in the hotter months, you lay your magazine out with your bullets in your magazine, and as it gets hotter, the propellant gets hotter on inside the bullet, which makes that bullet go a little bit further if you use it, but just a little bit further than normal what it would have gone. But
because it's more potent, because the propellant's more potent, correct?
Right. So a lot of people just don't understand.
Because they haven't been trained. That's right. They haven't been trained. And as
Yeah.
and as that barrel heats up, the barrel expands, and now it's
Yep.
not quite so tight. It's another thing that affects because your barrel is now a little bit looser,
Loose. Yep.
and the bullet will travel through faster because there's not as much
Mhm.
resistance because it's not quite as tight, and so on and
Yep.
so forth. All these little things that all add up.
And all that's not taught, and a lot of that
Nope.
stuff is not taught.
Nope.
You got to learn all that on hands and by someone that can teach or whatever.
Yep. My brothers and I reload 308, 30-06, 44 meg, 445, 9 millimeter, 10 millimeter,
Yeah.
all the different rounds that we have. 223.
You got to have
And
your powder's got to be just right. And then your projectile,
yeah.
and all that good stuff. It's got to be.
And the length of the case has got to be
Yeah.
trimmed to size, and the length of the bullet's
Yeah.
got to be within specs. And an
It
automatic
depends on what you're shooting.
an automatic chamber is sometimes different, especially in 308. A chamber for an automatic is larger than a chamber than a
For
bolt action rifle.
right.
And if you're reloading for an automatic in a 308, then you have to use an automatic die that will squeeze that case smaller,
Right.
because otherwise in cold weather that case will not completely seat in the automatic freely, because the gun in cold weather it shrinks and the chamber's a little bit smaller, and if you're using a die for a bolt action, then you
Right.
could have trouble chambering that round.
And then you have a hot load in your round. I mean, in
And
your
you got
chamber.
and how you got a hot load, and you're squeezing,
Yeah.
and you could blow up that gun. So yeah, there's all
Yeah.
these little things that all
Yeah.
if you don't learn about it when you start something, you can get in trouble.
That's correct. So
Yeah, my brother got given a 45 carbine,
okay.
and it was to the point where it was almost worn out, and that's the reason he was given it. He said, "You know what? We're gonna load this thing till it blows up." And we started with 7.2 grains of unique, which is what the standard load was
Right.
for that carbine, and we just kept going up a half a grain at a time
Right.
till we got up to 13 grains of unique. And now that's almost double the load, prescribed load for a 45 with that weight bullet, 230 grain bullet.
Right.
And we tied it. We had it tied, the gun tied to an oak stump in our field, in our property, and we had it aimed down range at the target. And we had a lanyard that we had placed around the trigger of woven fish line that we were from 50 or 60 feet away, something like that, that we were behind a table, and we were that far away, and we were pulling the trigger.
Well, then when you use, and then if you get back into old stuff like the flint and the ball and flint, that's a totally different ball game as well.
Definitely, because the openings in the barrel are bigger.
Right. And the breech has got to be done right. You got to make sure to inspect the barrel before you shoot the ball through, or even fire a weapon. Make sure
that the fire hole is not blocked, or because that powder burns so dirty, it can block the hole. You got to make sure that hole is kept clean and clear.
And then the ball's got to be put in the right way
with the wad, proper wadding.
The wad.
And grease. Yep. Sometimes some of them have required first a grease patch, and then a wad with the ball, or mini ball, depending on what you're firing.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it all depends. But exactly. It's totally different. So people just don't understand when they take it. They see snipers in these military in their films, and they think, "Oh, I want to be a sniper," and all this, and they go finally reality hits them in the butt when they go in the military. It's a totally different ball game than what they think.
Yeah, and if I turn my rifle at a 90-degree angle, it's going to shoot around the corner. It's like in the movies, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the
okay.
Brits do have made a gun.
They have a gun that will shoot around the corner.
The corner, right? It folds in. It folds.
Yep. I've seen that.
Yeah.
And uses a rubber band.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No. This is actually a real gun. The British
Developed
made
it.
that gun.
Yep.
Yeah,
The SAS developed it. It's a bent barrel and goes around the corner, and you can see around the corner with the sight as well.
Yep.
So you don't have to expose yourself and shoot around the corner. So,
And you can be right. Yep.
But I'm trying to remember what movie it was where they were shooting bullets.
Well, in the movie it was they made a commercial about it, a military commercial about it at one time, and I hadn't seen that commercial lately about it. But I ain't forgot what kind of gun it was. Actually, but it's a fully automatic weapon, of course. But
yep.
But it was real neat. I mean, I said, shoot, man, think if everybody in the United States had one of them, man, you'd be behind. You have your cover and still shoot someone right around the corner.
Ellie, right now we're talking about guns and rifles and bullets and reloading and veteran things and shooting sports things right now. We got a little off topic, but
yeah, we get back on topic if anybody likes to.
Anyone who's been in the military any length of time, unless they're totally against guns and shooting, has got some interest in it. Now, I've been shooting since I was 10 years old, and my dad started me with a 22. I started with BB guns when I was younger, but once they got to do a powder firearm, it was a 22, and we were given very strict rules of what, where, and when, and so forth, and the rules of using one, and don't ever point a gun unless you mean to shoot it, and so forth.
Yep.
You know. It's not a toy, and once you pull that trigger, you can't take it back.
Hey, Rich, are you still there, or did you go to sleep?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Oh no, I'm just listening to you guys.
Right, he's got to be careful. His wife's
wife's got that frying pan cocked already, and just waiting.
His wife finds out he's up here on panel, she's gonna smack him upside the head with a frying
pan. I thought you were supposed to go to Port Huron today, right? I thought you were going away for the weekend.
I was going to. I was all set. It was supposed to rain in Michigan. My wife says we ain't going nowhere. So that ended that. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yep. The same here in Kentucky. It's supposed to big front rolling through. Yeah.
Well, we have something similar. It's not going to rain.
Yeah.
It's just not going to rain. It doesn't matter when it rains for you guys. It will never rain for us.
It's not going to rain here yet, as far as I know.
Well,
see, that's how you know Noah's Ark wasn't in this part of the world.
Yeah,
no rain.
God.
But then again, 2,000 years ago, they could have been inundated with rain if the weather system changed.
You're right.
You're
right. I was 2000.
Look at Lebanon. Lebanon is a desert.
Oh, it used to be a big river.
No, Lebanon is a desert right now, but the cedars of Lebanon were renowned for their strength and their stature and tremendous height. That the timbers were used for all kind of buildings because the country was
thinking about the Nile River.
Yeah, probably. But Lebanon was covered with cedar trees. They were renowned for their height, their length, and for making buildings and stuff with timbers for building, spanning the length of a room for building buildings and stuff. The country was covered with forest and timber, but over the last 3,000 years, those weather has changed, and as they cut the trees down, they didn't understand that that allowed the desert to encroach that much further.
Right.
And they basically killed their country because they would completely cut down all the trees and not leave anything or vegetation, and there was nothing to hold the sand and soil in place on top of the sand, and therefore they furthered the encroachment of the desert into their country. But that's part of history.
Oh, I know.
So what?
Go back to sleep.
What'd you say?
Something
I
about going to sneak.
You
You're
going
gonna
to?
take some chicken wings out of the refrigerator.
Exactly. She's gonna sneak some chicken.
Oh,
No.
I'm coming over. Move over, Ginger. I'm coming over.
All right.
I was not even going to touch that one with a jigging foot pole.
It's strictly platonic, honestly. I'm just going to eat the chicken.
We ate Chick-fil-A for supper, so I like the deluxe chicken sandwich and the waffle fries.
Mm.
Wait, where is that?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, they're okay. I'll give you that. Which is why you would like the pizza place I rebuilt. Pizza Man, because when Chick-fil-A first came to the United States, and I believe this is them, they went into business with Pizza Man. After a year, they realized it wasn't going to work and they left, but Pizza Man was able to retain the chicken recipes. So their chicken batter and their chicken is all uses Chick-fil-A's recipe.
You know,
No,
you know,
I
Bud,
remember
you and
we
him
had
look
pizza.
alike.
We had Pizza Man in Minneapolis when I was stationed there. I remember
Uh,
that.
it's probably a different one. These guys never got that big.
Could have been. Okay.
Yeah, but the bottom line was, though, because they're a bunch of Italians, they couldn't get along. I got to talk to all the owners and listen to the stories about how the restaurant started and the big fights and all this stuff. And, ridiculous stuff like the fact that one of the owners had an affair with one of the other one's wives.
Oh yeah, that would tend to break up a partnership. Yeah.
Oh, my God. You'd
So
think.
you had a breast of chicken, eh?
Yep. Their chicken was good. But what I really liked was their pizza sauce. Oh my God, that was to die for. And and of course the recipes I did get that were patented trademarks were like the barbecue, Kentucky barbecue, bourbon barbecue sauce for the chicken wings.
But you know what?
Just
Worse KY.
Yeah. No. No, Ellie. Everyone is not here. I am, and Ginger is, but and Wright is on Eastern time. But Bell, I believe, is on Central time. Michelle's on Eastern time, but Bud's on
Pacific.
California on Pacific time. Just like a lot of people, Bill is not, but others here are probably on Pacific time, Western time. We have a lot of different time zones here. So
I'll be back, guys. I gotta go to the potty.
gotta go.
Okay.
You gotta go. When nature calls, Michelle stalls.
Exactly.
No, no.
Yes.
That's what
Unless
the
you're gonna go potty on the floor.
That's what the pens are for.
That's what the stall is for. Nature calls, Michelle stalls. That you go to the stall.
Yeah, unless you want depends.
That's right. Depends. That depends. Like the president. That depends.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Did you ever see that joke where Obama says to Biden, "You wear boxers or brief," and Biden looks at him and says, "Depends."
Yeah, we have that. We have that meme on NNE's channel.
Yep.
Yeah. Bud's west. Yes, I'm west.
He's way out west. And then we have people, if DJ Vix come on, she's 5 hours earlier than we are, or Tonkin, Any of the other people in the UK, they're 5 hours before me. So it all depends on the person, what time zone they're on.
Yeah, what rock they live under.
This is the modern world where people all over the world. We have Australians and New Zealanders and people from all over the world come on these sites. So just because it's certain time in the day, like here it's almost midnight, but depending on where in the world, it's only 9 o'clock, or it could be 5 o'clock in the morning if you're in the UK.
DJ was talking to somebody in Dublin, and I could not understand him. He talked so
Sean.
fast.
Was you talking to Sean?
Yeah.
Guinness, I think. Was Guinness?
Guinness, the other guy. Yeah, the other. He's not so bad. He's all right.
No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, it was Guinness. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Guinness is not. Yeah, he's a lot. But that other Sean guy, he can be quite a.
Quite.
He said he's a traveler, and
he's a traveler. All right.
Denies that. He says you don't know. You're all wrong. Everything you're saying is wrong for a traveler.
I know, it's ridiculous saying it.
They argue. He says, I know travelers. I know 6 or 7 travelers, and everything you're saying is all raising red flags for a traveler. So.
Right. I would just tell them, get to traveling.
Hit the traveling. Hit the traveling road.
I had to ask DJ for help because I didn't understand him. He talked so fast. My brain wasn't comprehending.
And,
so
and the wording, they use different words. So what is he really saying? Because
I don't know.
What I'm saying, yeah, they use different words, and they're speaking. The words are run together, and because of the accent, it's like, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like one beer too many.
Yeah,
I felt kind of bad. I did.
And you should have. No, just kidding.
And it doesn't help if they had one ale too many.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a couple of pints too many.
You take my socks.
I can understand you when other people are talking. What now?
Did you take my socks?
That'd be over.
I couldn't understand the word she said.
Did you take her socks?
Did I take her socks?
Yes.
No, I didn't take her socks.
I don't know how you would. That'd be a great trick. The sound of silence.
No.
It's right in the corner.
That's Ginger in the
No,
corner.
I thought you just bought a bunch of wool socks. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, this is a perfect one. There's Ginger in the corner, losing her socks. Come on now.
I'm back.
Sock it to her.
Sock it to her.
Sock it to me.
She has a sock account.
I'm back. And I heard about the pins crack when I was leaving the car.
Right, we're not making fun of you because you wear the pens.
No,
that's you.
No,
that depends.
That depends, yes.
Yeah, us girls have to sit, y'all guys. Us girls wish we could stand up like y'all guys sometimes and go right around the corner, but we can't have that luxury like y'all do.
Yeah,
actually, you can.
Yes, you can. No, KY, don't. I've seen that. I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, there's devices that allow them to do that.
Exactly.
I'm not going to say nothing.
Made for campers and outdoor enthusiasts.
And
I'll just leave it at that.
Exactly, enthusiasts.
They're trying to say homeless, but
No, enthusiast is more like Bud style.
Bud style. Thank you for coming in, Ellie. I know you don't need to learn about the camping.
Thank you for coming and supporting us, Ellie. Appreciate it.
Nice to see everyone.
Now all those plans about coming on and doing this for the watch hours, we don't have to do it anymore. It's kind of like I don't know what to do now. I won't have an excuse to run a show every day. Well, that's not true. We're still trying to get those.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Boy, Rice, that's the first time Rice been quiet in a while.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I listen. I listen a lot. I learn from you guys. You know.
Well,
I just
yeah,
keep quiet.
yeah.
Or so
I
he
don't know
says.
nothing. I'm just a drop in the sand. Stop, drop in the sand. That's all I am.
No, I respect you. Believe me, I do. Mm-hmm.
Well, in that, and you're also used to being quiet.
Well, yeah. I learned by
His wife
listening.
told him he had to be.
Exactly. His wife's like, "You better be."
You better shut up. Yes, dear.
No, if I got something to say, then I'll say it. But I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, I
Yes.
listen.
Get the frying pan.
Bam!
Bam! That's right.
It's not
Bam!
it's not just a frying pan. It's the iron skillet frying pan.
That's right. It's a
Oh yeah, the boss. Oh yeah.
Damn right.
And if that all works, you'll throw the kitchen sink at you.
Mm.
So,
Well,
KY. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a picture on my stream where she hit me with the pan.
Ginger showed me a picture of that skillet with the bent handle. She told me that.
So, how long did you want to go on, KY?
About an hour.
Another hour?
No, about an hour. You asked me how long I wanted to go on for. About an hour. And we're already at 2 hours.
Right. I was gonna say, well, missed that boat
Yeah, about an hour. Yeah.
by about an hour. So we got the good news passed out anyway, right? We need to talk more seriously, and of course, Michelle, we gotta get hooked up, and then things are
Bugsby and
Bugsby. Yeah, we want to get that so we can.
Paulie Addis and
We can do a 4-way, a 3-way, a 6-way, whatever.
yeah, get a number of all these people, interested parties in the same subject, all together on the same night. That's
Right.
Michelle, do you have my phone number?
No, I don't. Bud, can
Well,
you?
Yes.
I'll send it to her.
KY could send it.
I'll send
Okay,
it to
before
her.
you call me, send me a message so I know who it is because I don't answer phone calls. I don't.
Unknown.
There's
You
no name.
want me to text
yeah.
you? You want me to text you or email you?
Oh, text me. Text me through the cell phone, whatever they call that dang thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
text me.
texting.
Okay.
Send the
I
text
just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's this way I get it, and then I'll know. I'll wait for your call, and then I'll know who you are because I don't usually answer. There's no name on it. You know.
Okay.
Well, it might be a name on it, but you won't recognize because it's just be a number. Yeah.
There is one that called me. I have no idea who it is, but I don't know who it was. Some person in New Jersey. I checked the area code on it. You know.
Yeah, mine would be from Atlanta area.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm down here in Atlanta.
That would be Lulu.
That's 734 area code.
No, I don't think so. That doesn't sound right. Nope.
Okay, yeah, that's
But
Yeah,
there are
mine's
a number of veterans and auditors out that way.
Yeah, my phone number will start with a 470 number.
470. Okay, I remember that. 470. Okay. Yeah, well, then we can talk and see if we can get something going here, you know. Help these veterans out,
No problem. I'm all ready.
you know.
Hey, remember, right? Don't forget to call me so we can hook up what we're gonna do too.
Of course.
And Michelle, of course.
And Bud and KY, I appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're here to help move the system forward and increase the network.
Yes, that's the thing, the network.
Michelle,
when I called
Huh?
today? Were you sleeping when I called today?
who me? Who you talking about? Oh,
KY.
No, I wasn't sleeping. I'm just ignoring you because I'm mad at you. Yes,
Just like
yes,
a man.
I was sleeping. Yes, I had my
Just like
ringer
a
turned
man.
off.
I get the
Oh.
abuse, guys. The abuse.
I know. It's
So,
better
what
than
kind of battery does your alarm take? Is it two double A's or does
I
it take a
want
9-volt, Ginger?
Bud and KY. I want to let y'all know on the A1 community, the gentleman that give you an update. The guy that does the Georgia auditing here in Georgia, he got arrested 2 days ago. He just got out.
Oh, cool.
And he was arrested and stuff on YouTube. Later on, I emailed KY the link to it, and they abused him. They carried him across the public for filming in public. The sheriff told him he couldn't film in public. They carried him across, beat him up, and threw him in the jail. And he just got out, and he had
What was that screen? What's his screen name?
Oh, hold on. Let me if I minimize.
Hey,
Hold on.
KY, can you send that to me?
What?
The video he sent?
No, I hadn't sent it yet.
He hasn't said it yet. I was gonna say.
I thought he said he sent it. I'm like,
He's
wow.
going to. He's
No,
going
I hadn't
to.
sent it yet.
Going to send to me.
Fucking
Everyone in
tease.
chat, I'm an official Packer fan. I love these jogging pants.
See, you got to know
Georgia
the story
Guardian.
behind it.
Georgia
KY.
Guardian.
Oh yeah,
Georgia
we heard
Guardian.
about that when he was arrested. Yes.
That's right.
Who
Georgia
was
Guardian.
that? Who was that who told us Georgia Guardian got arrested? Someone.
Go Packers!
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember. I can't fucking remember what it was.
It was somebody. Someone had told us several days ago. That
Yeah, shit.
No, because my joke's funny.
I think it was Tonkin. I think it was Tonkin who
Yeah,
told us
we,
Georgia.
yeah, we
Guardian.
do.
what are you doing? How'd your heater, Ginger?
What do you mean? We haven't put the heat on yet. I've been sleeping.
Forget it.
See, she lives in an apartment, so they have to turn the boiler on to fire up the boiler before she has. I believe she has steam heat. Correct?
She got a new heater.
No.
Radiator.
Ginger, don't you have steam heat with a radiator? Hello?
No, it's a baseboard. Baseboard.
The baseboard's a board at the bottom of your wall.
Right.
But what kind of heater is mounted to the baseboard?
A pipe.
A pipe? It's a radiator.
It's a
radiator. It's steam heat. That's what I said.
Right.
It has radiators. Yeah.
God, that's an old fucking heater.
Yeah, that's old. Yeah.
I remember them in high school.
Yep. Damn right.
Yep.
Believe it or not, it's the best heat by hydronic. Yep. Steam heat and hydronic heat's the best heat you can get.
Yeah.
Some people in Canada, when they build their houses, they put the heating system in the floor. I don't know what that's called, but some houses are like that here. Have you guys ever heard of that?
There's a furnace in that floor. Floor furnace.
Yeah. No, that's hydronic heating. They run vinyl pipe through the floor in an S pattern, back and forth and back and forth. That's what my brother did with his house when he built it. He has a hot spring 20 feet behind his house, about 50 feet below the surface. And they tapped into that, and that's where he gets his heat from in the winter. And he has a 6,000 gallon tank they take the hot water out of that hot spring and pump it into the tank through a heat exchanger. And then they pump it back to the spring. And so it's constantly reheating the tank. And his heating bills are very minimal in the winter.
Geothermal.
That's right. Geothermal. But because they use the system in the floor to heat the floor, then the tiles, the ceramic tiles, granite, whatever tile, it warms, and of course then it produces heat as well, and it just magnifies the effect. But it's very even heat. Not a matter of air blowing around, or because it's at the floor level, it just rises up, so everything's at the same level.
Well, right. Tomorrow's football day, so you can call me anytime.
Football day?
Yeah, Sunday.
I mean,
college ball was today.
Yeah, no,
College?
I only watch if I'm going to watch any football to be college. I pass
Sunday
that.
already?
Yeah, college was today, and NFL's tomorrow.
Yeah, stop watching NFL.
Why?
Nah, not gonna get into it on. Well, there's nobody here. So, KY, did you want to go ahead and end it?
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, there's only 3 of us in here.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, good night, everyone. Hey, Bill. Good night.
If you want to stay after we close, Michelle, if you want to stay after a few minutes, that's fine. After we end it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why not?
Stay backstage with us. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill can pop up. Graham, whoever.
Got animal crackers?
Animal crackers. I actually dropped the ball on that.
Dang.
We got to settle for popcorn.
Graham, you're more than welcome to come up, but if not, thanks for stopping in. I said once he drops, there's going to be like one of us in here. And it's
David, do you have rights for vets information?
Shout out to Bill Admin, of course. Thank you for all your hard work, brother. Love you. And of course, you can come up too. All right, everyone.
Stay safe. Be well.
Love everybody.
Right.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
God bless.